I grew up in a rural area of the southern part of Australia, in a very dry part of the world. I grew up on a farm and had 6 sisters with me. Being an only son, the expectation was that I would be the farmer. So I knew I had to do something about that. So I went to college. Well, I got a scholarship to go to college. So that college was an agricultural college, naturally, because I was supposed to go farming. I realised I loved learning, and so I wanted some more opportunities. So I applied for another scholarship because that first one was going to run out, which enabled me to go into education. I graduated and started teaching and got married. We had our 3 children, and then when she was 30, I think, we finally found out that she had bowel cancer, and so a year or 2 later she died. And so I was left with 3 young children and not sure what I should do about this, and I soon realised that that was going to be pretty tough, being a single parent trying to earn my income and being a male. So I got married again to Joyce, who now is a pastor, and she was born actually in Blaine, in the Twin Cities, one suburb of the Twin Cities. So we spent a few years in Australia together, and then we looked for things that we thought, how can we impact the world? And so we looked to do some mission work. So we left Australia then in 1995, in the middle of 1995, we had what the churches call a calling. We were called to work in a seminary in Lae, Papua New Guinea. I spent 10 years in Papua New Guinea, and then we spent 5 years in the middle of Africa, Central African Republic. My wife really wanted to go back to doing some pastoring work. The Australian church that we're related to does not ordain women, and the one here does, so the choice was relatively simple. That's why we came to the US, so that she could have work. It's tough. The tough part is that many of the life skills that I had built up, that she had built up, don't have pieces of paper to go with them. And companies and organisations seem to require pieces of paper, a paper warfare, to substantiate your skill set. Right now I am working for a more or less a non-profit organisation called Pact for Families Collaborative. It's a mental health collaborative, and my work there is to work with a grant that we got from federal government on giving some new hope to some at-risk children in an after-school program. And in the local congregation, I'm working with the local congregation to try to see how do they respond to the ever-changing conditions that are occurring. Being a white immigrant, I think we're really very privileged in many ways, because there's just there's so many assumptions in the society that would say, oh, you're white, so you look like us, you're okay, you know. So I have definitely had advantages over people of different colours.